Okay. Didn't know it was recording. But okay, man. So this is my strategy for us to. I really want to launch this watch funnel, man, because I think it can do really well. And since we already created it, you've done a good write up on the sales page. We might as well do it. And moving forward, I think every time we launch a funnel, it's like I do the whole strategy and the ads side of things, the sales copy, and I think you are good at the product descriptions and the write ups on that side of things. So we can split the tasks like that. So basically, I want us to do a test, but only to target Singapore. I just feel like no one's done it towards just Singapore, and we can really like target people. So what we'll do is our strategy will basically be, so this is our watch site, right? And we will have, so the ads that we will have coming to it will be Instagram stories and then Facebook ad, okay? Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna be testing like this. So let's just quickly put, and I hope this makes sense. Okay, now IG and Instagram are run through the same thing. So obviously we will be, we have to get the targeting. We have to spend about a day coming out, but we can target the same audience that you're doing the wallet to, but only choose Singapore. Or we can also, we could do other countries, but we do different countries in separate ad sets. So basically, other than the targeting, it's like this, right? So from the ads, we will have we'll have 2 different video ads for each one. We'll just do a simple test, okay? It will be like ad 1, ad 2, and we'll use the same ad for Facebook, just the different dimensions. And what we'll do with each ad is, when I say different ad, I mean it will just be a different design, right? We would then split, and this is where it gets a bit more complicated. Each ad, we will have 2 headlines. So H1, H2. So this is basically how we got to build it out. And then H1, H2. So H1 and H1 here are both the same, and they basically get linked. So ad 1 is going to have headline 1, ad 2. So it's like we want to test, and these are all separate ads, and we do the same thing for Facebook too, okay? And then people click, and then here, and then we are going to use Market Hero because I've got Market Hero, which is fantastic, man. So Market Hero is going to track the abandoned carts. So Market Hero, and Market Hero is going to track the, and now you understand this concept already, which is the abandoned cart, and then the abandoned cart, and then the buyers, and then we obviously have upsell 1, and then so, and I reckon we need to have a second upsell just so we can maximize the money, right? And we're going to have this in Market Hero. You can really, just based on if they visited a certain page, that you can trigger an email sequence to go out to them. So we don't have to do the whole Aweber removing them from one list, which is brilliant, man. Like I'll show you a video from Market Hero. And we basically, Market Hero is abandoned cart is going to send them the email sequence, right? So we're going to have, we do just like you have the times, let's say times 7 email sequence. Okay, this is email thingy, and if they say yes, then they obviously come for that. Then they go into the buyers list immediately, because yeah, like, you know, Market Hero can just immediately get them onto the buyers list because it uses pixels as well, right? And then we just have it set up in Market Hero. If they bought the upsell one, we have a special tag that we apply to them. If they said no, then they will get a separate email sequence, man. Okay, until they buy. If they say yes and they didn't buy that, they'll get another email sequence. So we're basically going to have about 4 or 5 different email sequences, which I can write up, and this is going to maximize it. And then other than that, we're obviously going to have the retargeting, man, which we will have like a series of retargeting ads, which is going to be on FB and Instagram. Okay, and we're going to track all of this, and everything will be tracked properly, so we know how much each click is worth at the end of the day. Because a visitor that comes through headline 1, ad 1, IG, buys, blah 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 blah, how much that visitor, the tracking system that we will use, it would tell us how much that visitor is worth, which is the metric we need to know. And don't know if this makes sense to you. It might be a bit like confusing, which is cool. I can talk to you properly when I see you, or I can explain it to you. Now, on the other side of this, right? So we've got this. We have to clone this ad, or each ad set, and then we target, so we run one campaign with all of this inside to Singapore, and then we run one to USA separately, and then we run to UK. It needs to be done all separately, because then we will know which one is the most profitable. Okay, Singapore may be the most profitable one, and then we just pump more into that. We do the lookalike audience, right? The pick. So on here, obviously, we're gonna have the pixel, and then we're gonna create the lookalike audience, and then we're just gonna blow it up like that, and then we keep testing headlines and images and ads and all that over and over until we have a funnel that's pumping out like $1,000 a day or more. Would be epic. So this is from the overview of how it's going to work. I mean, all of this stuff is what I specialize in: the ads, the split testing, the this and that, the automation, which is what I really love doing. So hopefully that makes some sense to you, and I will we'll chat more tomorrow about that, because I'd love to get